Cool.
You think it's the best build overall here?
I'm not an expert on these things, but I think it is what he always talks about whenever I talk about this.
He does play it very frequently.
It's just good, right? Because like, what kills you? As long as you get your wall off up, you just get to play gasless, you get to play greedy, and you just get into a big macro game on a big map. Sounds like the sort of game Yona likes.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the wall off is a bit tricky because the creep doesn't go all the way, but...
So you need a creep teamer down, but otherwise it's...
Yeah, probably. But you want to double inject first, obviously.
Yeah. No, interesting map in general, obviously. Lots of things that can go a bit wonky on this one, including apparently triple hatch, one of them at a gold base from Elazer.
I kind of like it though, because against this particular opener from Serral, he does play this all the time. He doesn't actually get a... Well, he's not going to get link speed anytime soon, right? It's one of those things where you delay that upgrade for quite a while. Not a whole lot he's going to be able to do about it, but it's also so exposed.
And I think he's already mining the pocket third.
Yep.
So he's investing into that.
So is he just going to ignore it, you think?
I don't think he's going to see it until the creep starts spreading.
Is he going to see it right now with the open?
It's turned, right? Oh.
No.
Whoa. Vision. Oh,
there it is.
No, he sees it.
Nice. But you can't do anything about it, right? Like, he's opening gasless.
Super dangerous, though, here from Elazer. Like, that base is super exposed there. Not really anything he can do about it if this was going to be early game aggression, but luckily for him, it won't be.
The dream.
Dream.
So actually, if Elazer knows Serral likes to do this, then it's just very smart, right?
Yeah. Triple hatch gas pool.
Yeah, it just gives you a natural advantage. You're not in danger for what, you know...
Don't do this on the ladder, though.
Don't do it on the ladder, no. Don't do this against anybody.
My first game on this map was against, I think, Uko, and it was like a 30-minute game on ZVZ.
Yeah.
On NA.
Really?
Yeah.
This map has that tendency. It's a weird one, right? Because it's like, it's just big in general, but then on top of that, it's like, every base is obviously so safe to take for a while. There's very few attack pathways.
Yeah.
Certain matchups can be fun because they can gain access to like drops and like to open the map up a little bit, but other matchups really can just go like long.
Yeah. No, it's actually super difficult to attack oftentimes on this map. Like, there's only a few pathways you have to worry about, and then suddenly your bases seem inaccessible.
Serral gets 2 drones. That's
that's
wild.
huge.
Good start.
Absolutely massive.
Massive.
How's your HomeStory Cup going, Mixu?
I just started. I came here like 30 minutes ago. I had some food.
Really?
I had some food. It was pretty good.
Just started. Nice. Living the dream.
Did you get in today?
No, he was here yesterday.
I was here yesterday,
Oh,
but
okay.
I think it starts today, so that's when I'm...
Or, no, I thought for a second you meant you flew in just now.
No.
Serral just powering out the drones. So he's saying, yo, nice gold base you got there. Good luck. Have fun with it. I'm not going to do anything about it. It's a long travel, though, for Elazer to start mining that base.
Yeah, and doesn't look like he's like fully sending everything there. Either he's just mining it slowly now.
So he's just gambling, though. Like, he does not know that Serral's playing, well, other than maybe from, like, scouting replays, I guess, right? Like, from making sure that he
I think playing it this way is probably much safer than transferring, like, 6 drones over and then getting link flooded all of a sudden.
They've skipped a lot. Lurker coming up right now. Is there a bailing list for either of them?
No, I think Serral entirely skipped link speed
There
too.
is one, okay. Can Elazer get some work done over here with his links? That queen over in the front is going to fall, but there's plenty of queens behind her.
Serral even restarting that 4th queen to be extra safe here.
This is a very slow-going game of ZVZ, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, so Serral's looking to go 5-0 in the group. What's everyone else at? Because I know Elazer is obviously in a fun position where he beat Harston but lost to DNS. I think Harston and DNS must be playing right now, right? As well?
That may actually be the decider, isn't it?
Yeah, so Harston and DNS are playing. So Harston is 2-2, Elazer's 2-1, and DNS is 3-1. So
DNS could very well move on out of this group, which is pretty awesome. Because we were talking about it at the start of the show today. We're like, yeah, it's definitely going to be Serral, and then 90% of the time, either Elazer or Harston.
Page just got updated. That might be a score. We might have had a score. There's no score. Never mind.
This is definitely a battle for second place, though.
Yeah, so it's important for Elazer to beat Serral because obviously if Elazer loses, he can't advance. So Elazer must win. Oh no, Elazer's 3-1? Okay, now I'm confused.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting with these. Not a ton of matches and a lot of players in the group.
So basically, if Hearthstone wins and Elazer loses, then Hearthstone should... I think Hearthstone has to beat DNS 2-0, though. Ugh.
You may get into map scores here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only talking about this because not much was happening. But now I turn back and there's a drop lord, so...
Yeah, there's a little
back
drop alert
to
going
CVZ.
across the map. Interestingly enough, no mutas or anything like that on this map. I feel like, maybe I'm mistaken here, but I feel like mutas on a map this large, where it's very difficult to attack, mutas must be a really nice unit, but neither player actually committed to it, despite this super greedy opener.
Roaches going to get a queen. Not going to turn around.
Pretty nice start for Elazer.
I mean, this is good, right? A little bit of harass and getting some damage done. Roaches and Queens of Serral coming down that ramp. More Roaches showing up on the other side, but Elazer deflects that. Serral just now hitting his 1-1 upgrades. He is getting close to killing that Overlord off. Does he have anything in the main? I don't think so. There's one Queen from the natural. It's going to actually be in some trouble here. That tries to take out that Overlord.
Overlord pretending to be a prism there for a moment. In the meantime, Serral trying to see if he can keep this base alive, and he will be able to do that.
I like what Elazer's doing. Like, Elazer's kind of all over, right? He's been busy. He's been good with the fights and being good with the harass. I like what he's doing, but obviously it's a long game ahead still because of just the fact that it is Raduset. There's no early exit in Raduset, essentially.
Yeah. But Serral isn't going for early upgrades either, so... Well, no, he started up to +2, but it's going to be like 20 seconds behind Elazer's.
Tunneling Claws coming up here as well for Elazer. Looking to create some more chaos on the other side of the map. Relatively easy to defend, though, on this map, because there's really only one entrance into that base.
Obviously a pop-in or a Ravager gathering. It's just very chilled, isn't it?
It's starting to smell really nice here.
That's one of two things. It's either starting to smell really nice or it's dying of smoke. There's a lot of smoke in this room right now.
Yeah, you're right. There's also a smoke machine, though, which...
I feel like there's a smoke machine and there's the kitchen, so there's definitely a combo right now. It's a smoky day. And Lurker's now trying to figure out what they're making.
Yeah. The chefs are suddenly working together. So several HomeStory Cups ago, we had one chef. Then another chef joined. And now, for some reason, they are both doing it at the same time.
And now we have the great chef off. Only one will leave after this weekend.
Big attack right here from Elazer, pushing into that choke point, always a bit risky. In the meantime, coming in as well. I mentioned it's difficult to attack on this map, but yeah, drop a lord here, very handy. Serral definitely did spot the amount of spikes on the back of these roaches, so he's going to be able to at least prepare for Tunneling Claws. Going after the Queens, very annoying, but not really achieving that much, right? Like, he's just remaking the Queens. He's got to slow down the injects. Can he capitalize on it?
I doubt it. It's looking like the drop lord will be dealt with, but he's still coming in here.
Another Queen is going to go down, I think. Ooh, Roaches coming in from the right.
Yeah, Serral got a good jump there. He got a lot more units up on the top side, and he may be able to chase for a little bit of damage now as well, even if he goes off creep. Don't hate it for him. He's going to get out of the range of vials, and he's actually got a really good position to continue chasing for a while. So he gets rid of the Ravages of Elazer, and Serral definitely coming out of this on top. And all of this is happening. Serral's up about 9 workers, just slowly but surely. Serral is mining that little bit more. He's about to finish up +2 carapace, right? Yeah. So that's going to be like a benefit. He's got that upgrade ahead. He's now getting his own burrow. His hive is a little bit ahead by a few seconds. Serral's just at that point where he's starting to take little edges.
This is a really good fight for him.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps going, right? He's now on top of this gold base, so if Elazer can't hold here, he loses the gold minerals.
That +1 armor upgrade actually has been super handy. Right now, Elazer's finally going to be able to equalize that, although he does take a couple of vials to the face. +2 carapace, though. You already brought it up. It's going to finish up here momentarily, so while the upgrades are even for now, Serral's going to continue being ahead there in just a moment.
There's a fun bit of back and forth. Oh, catches these roaches while burrowed as well, so Serral gets a jump on those and gets some free damage again. Again, it's just little things that are going to add up right now, and that definitely feels good for Serral.
And Serral starting the Lurker deck while Elazer is also going for the hive upgrades. But obviously his carapace is going to be a bit delayed here.
Okay, now Elazer does catch a couple of the roaches over here in the middle of the map. Not really too much he can capitalize on. He's looking to see if he can maybe hunt down that hatchery that's already low in hit points. Serral so far, though, doing an excellent job protecting it.
The income advantage is going a bit in Serral's favor now because the gold base is going to start running out.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah, so now you've mined out those, or you've destroyed those debris over there, but now what?
Serral's just like a step ahead towards Lurkers as well, right? Which At this stage, kind of becomes the next real kind of big deal in this game. You kind of start getting Lurkers up. They're going to be very powerful in the fight, and it pretty much forces Vipers from your opponent to be able to deal with them. So, heading in the right direction. So if Serral wants to see the later stages, he's once again going to catch this group of units. And while Elazer's done a lot of attempted to harass, and he has seen some success, right? Initially, he gets in, he got a queen a few times over. While all of that was nice, it just also felt so superficial compared to the grand scheme of things, which is this big macro game has not really seen Serral hindered in any real serious way. Now he's going to get caught a little bit. Those roaches on the right side not able to get away. A moment for Elazer to pounce and deal some damage.
I'm kind of looking for when Serral wants to go for the Lurker transition. Since the Lurker then is already done, he could start the upgrades as well.
Yeah, just going into Hydras for now. I honestly don't mind it. These fights are so dynamic, right? That having stable units, I mean, it can be very nice, especially if you're the defender, but if you're constantly being in your opponent's face, and there's the tunneling clause as well for Serral. Maybe delaying the Lurker transition a little bit is not the end of the world, though. Now the upgrades at the very least for those units are going to be even. So that's a nice thing right there for Elazer.
It's a bit dangerous to be on the field right now because Serral does have like 12 more workers, so that's a 12 less army supply. So if he gets rolled over, then it's going to be really rough.
So those drones going down as well, so Serral finds some harass of his own. As again, we're really waiting for those Lurkers to kick in. The Lurker upgrades are going to be done soon. These roaches are just going unchecked. All of these drones going down. Finally, some defenses show up, but that's 10 more drones down from Elazer. He is rebuilding workers, so he is going to reproduce that economy. As now Serral strikes on the right side, that's a hatchery he might be able to get. Turns out it's not going to be the case because the roaches show up again, but just still the one making moves right now, and Elazer having to play the kind of just the catch-up game in a way. As now Serral's even investing in spines. He's so ready for this to go extremely long.
And even in position here, already setting up the static defense.
Honestly, fantastic play here so far by Serral, though. Elazer decides to commit here into the Lurkers regardless. Well, that generally does not go well when you're running a ground-based army. Yeah, it's not that Elazer's playing poorly, it's just that he's playing ever so slightly worse, right? It's just the little things here that are going ever so slightly better for Serral.
Yeah, and he didn't really capitalize on the early gold, like full YOLO style, so...
Yeah.
He's still...
That's super hard to do on this map, though. You got to go through that wall. I mean... I like the drop harass.
Yeah.
That may have caught Serral off guard just a little bit, but after that's, that drop shenanigans settled, Serral's been all over the map.
Yeah, Serral is really stable right now. He just made 5 Vipers, so they're charging energy somewhere.
Well, maybe this can get something done, though, for Elazer. He decides to take some chances.
Not the Vipers of energy, though, right? As, just down to the south. A couple Lurkers did burrow up for Serral as well. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Good defense. That was a lot of the Lurkers of Elazer, too, so now he's just going to try and push with Roach. How did he catches him here? I mean, Elazer, what, he's going to still try and run by? He's really going to try and send it, which... I understand the idea, but obviously you can sort of see how this is going a bit wrong. He does get to this top left base a bit better off, but I mean, Serral should chase that down. He's going to split his units effectively, and he's going to clean all of this up, I think. And that's a pretty big win for Serral overall. He's not really lost anything too significant overall, right?
I like how he wasn't using his Vipers there for like what seemed like 30 seconds. They had energy, they were just sort of flying above this particular army. I guess they're going to be handy right over here as well to yoink those Lurkers away, and that's very pricey.
Serral also denied the right side base. Oh, it's still alive.
Oh. He didn't click it. Click it. Okay.
It's gonna go down in a
point it will
moment.
die.
Yeah.
He knows that
You can't really mine it now.
Yeah, he knows that he's on more gas mining, so he's just chilling right now, rebuilding the Lurkers and setting up the better position with high energy Vipers. Meanwhile, Elazer is just on the back foot right now.
Logo's just pulling faces for the camera, always trying to look good.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing new. Same old, same old. We're out here trying to cast some dead serious EVZ. Logo's pulling a funny face, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Just doing a little dance.
I do the important stuff, buddy.
Important stuff, yeah.
You think they hire me to cast here? That's not what I'm here for.
do you remember that HomeStory Cup where you were the minigame guy? You show up and they're like, by the way, you're the minigame guy. We've got
because you guys didn't want to do the minigames.
We got you outfits and everything.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
And then you didn't even wear the outfits. And
no, I did not wear the outfits.
I wore the outfit for the media day.
Wow.
That was some nonsense.
There you go, Wardy.
Unbelievable.
Great work by you as always.
Man, I had to go running through the Krakow Zoo in like 33 degree heat. in a freaking...
Did they even broadcast that?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay.
People laughed at it for about 2 seconds.
Elazer is setting up a dropper lord, like a doom drop in the south, I think.
Oh yeah? That's fun.
Maybe he got figured out already, but yeah. He's kind of over-splitting right now, so... if Serral moves out, I think he's in trouble.
What's the chances of Serral actually moving out, though?
I mean, if you have the confidence in it, will be a no-brainer to go.
Yeah, this map is tricky, though, because even when you're on like 5 bases, you still have so much terrain to cover to finally get to your opponent's side of the map. So little hit squads like this just seem to be the safer choice. He could be sending it, but you don't really have a natural to push into. Instead, he's just trying to pick off free units like those.
It's not great.
Super expensive here for, yeah.
Blind Cloud's pretty good. Serral does get pushed back. He is going to unburrow those lurkers and fully retreat away from the top side. Rebuild happening. Serral, as he gets maxed out, has a little bit more banked. Especially gas-wise, he has a little bit more gas in the bank as well, so that's definitely noteworthy. And as the Blinding Cloud goes down, and Serral is on the chase, going after that Roach Hydra for the moment, trying to just keep it back over to the sides. And now more lurkers back to the top. Wow, that's great. Bye.
That's expensive.
4 Hydras, 4 Lurker. 2 Lurkers? Okay. Oh my god, he got the burrow! He got more units. That was great. Finally goes down.
Elazer still with a bunch of gas in the bank, but it's slowly starting to dry up. More Lurkers, I guess, is the only option he really has. This space over here gets denied, and it's finally going to go down. This is actually kind of worse than losing it earlier, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. Like right now, he really wants to transfer the mineral economy here.
Yeah. So now he has to remake it, but now he's going to be forced to long distance mine. Oh, Vipers? No! Ay, that's 3-4. Oh my god. Okay, well, that was basically game.
Those Vipers got wiped out of the game.
I think at this point you can abduct anything as Serral and just keep trading to close it out.
When you have Viper count like that, it's like you just kill so much if you just abduct things, right? It's kind of crazy. Gets a couple of overlords as well. Lazy, you can see, is not able to instantly rebuild. That's kind of been the back and forth so far. So now we're at this point where it's not really possible to kind of rebuild, you know, against this. So Serral looking pretty darn good as you have Hydras and Lurkers pushing in and going for some more damage. Harstem did 2-0 DNS. Okay, that's massive because now Harstem is guaranteed to finish ahead of DNS. He just needs Serral to beat Elazer and he's through this group. That's a huge result.
Well, so far it's looking pretty good right here for the finisher. Moving on at least to game number 2 with a 1-0 advantage.
That is a massive result for Harstem. So Harstem could be in the playoffs, man. We said this at the start of the day, no? Me and you.
Yeah. So what happens if Elazer takes 1 map?
It doesn't matter.
Does it matter or no?
Round
unit for the Zerg.
Big ground unit?
Yes, the biggest one at Hive Tech.
Ultralisk?
Yeah, okay. All right. I rubbed off a little bit.
The Ultralisk?
Well, a lot of people say Ultra or Ultra.
Ultra?
Yeah. Serral says Ultra, and now all the pro gamers have slowly started copying it.
Ultralisk?
They say Ultra Risk, yeah.
Yeah, I say, well, if I'm speaking with him in Finnish, I'll say Ultra.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough.
It's like a German U. Ultra.
The Ultra. You know where that is? It's when people make ultras like, ooh, I made the wrong choice.
Ultra.
I don't believe I'm building these.
Buffed ultras are kind of crazy though when you think about it. It's
that
a whole 25
that goes
minerals.
against our StarCraft mega thread of anti-ultra. We can't be hearing these things, Mixu.
They have one of those too.
Yeah. No, ultras actually seem pretty okay lately.
Yeah.
I know some.
You know the 25 mineral buff? It doesn't sound like a lot.
Now,
but they've actually looked half decent.
You know,
they're still mediocre at best, but like not terrible.
It's not like that time that the Lurkers sucked, that one HomeStory Cup.
Right.
This time last year. The Lurkers really sucked in that game. I still can't believe you guys bullied me for that.
That's a little while ago.
That was a year ago. It was me, you, and Todd, right?
It's starting to look Todd, yeah. Haven't seen him since then.
Todd showed up because it was like a cozy winter setup, sat under a blanket, talked about StarCraft for a weekend. We didn't see him again. He's like...
That's the last time I've heard of him. What's he up to these days?
He moved to Vienna.
Moved to Vienna? No, I think he was already in Vienna then too, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think so.
I don't think he was. I think he moved after that, but maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe. I think you're right, actually. I think you're right.
Playing a little bit of Warcraft, doing a little bit of poker, probably, if I were to make a guess. Anyways, do we have in a build order deviation, Nixon?
I've been paying too much attention, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
Link speed, it might be slightly faster for Serral, but I can't really tell.
I think that's at the very least for both players this time around.
It's crazy how close these groups get when it comes down to like only top 2 advance of a 6-player group.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's really just slight variations of results today. Yeah. It really comes down to like very little things. The difference between between second and third. Usually, first place is usually pretty locked up, but second and third usually come down to like the minor differences.
It's so tricky too because like sometimes the early maps they don't really seem to matter that much, right? Like you lose one map as Harstem at the beginning of the tournament.
They really do in this.
And in the end, like you're like, oh my god, that was the map
if
I should
Harstem
have.
hadn't dropped a map to Fjand, he's pretty much already through unless Elazer beats Serral, right?
We don't know what happened in that game too. Probably some sort of proxy hatch or something along those lines, but
can we get a Fjand report on what happened in game?
Yeah, we need to know what happened in Fjand versus Harstem
figured this out.
Yeah.
Elazer's building an Evo chamber, guys. That's a rarity.
I was going for a pressure here, but
probably part
I think
of
it's
the
kind of a fake.
Kind of a fake.
A bit of a fair try here, but I don't think he's looking for too much.
Okay. Doesn't get those Bane lanes, so Elazer still has those alive. So good control from Elazer, keeps both of his Banes up. Serral is up a few drones already. He's up by about 5, drops a Rotoron, and Elazer is going to play into that fast Carapace into the Rotoron. Typically means you're going to play a bit of Ling Roach because the Lings and Roaches benefit from that Carapace upgrade, so it's cool to do timings based around that upgrade effect in both units.
Yeah, it's a very powerful attack, but it's also one of those things where Elazer never really built Evos.
Serral see the Evo? And is it just in the wall off?
Yeah, it's in the wall off, so he definitely has seen it.
He kind of knows there's an upgrade coming already.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he knows that normally Elazer doesn't really get upgrades, or at least not this early on. So if that's the case, what would he be getting? Could just be a normal
Serral's
upgrade.
Got so much information. He's just run around this base.
Both gases
like a Valair here is massive.
Yeah, he sees all the gas timings and everything. Like he knows everything.
He sees extra Overlord spawning. Okay.
Is he not buying it though? Because maybe he thought that Miko let it just scout and then the gases were supposed to be fake. But I don't know. Well, 50 drones. Well, he's going above 50.
He should stop droning.
He needs to stop droning.
Yeah. He should have stopped droning 10 drones ago.
Make some roaches. He needs to keep building roaches from here on out.
He's seen the lack of Lair, and he did see extra Overlords pop out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Miko's always got extra Overlords, though.
He's playing into his image. This has been 10 years in the making.
Miko's been building extra Overlords for the last 5 years for this exact moment. It's finally
he transferred drones from the natural to the third.
He's building the spine. He knows.
Yeah. But cheeky little move right there from Elazer, transferring the workers that were mining minerals in the natural to the third.
That's become a very common trick since Katowice this year when Serral lost to Ragnarok because of that. It's been a real common occurrence. This looks good for Serral, right? Unless he takes like a really awful fight.
Yeah, he needs these 8 roaches, but I guess he's going to be fine then.
He's got the Spinecrawler finishing for the most part. I don't think these Banes are going to find the Spinecrawler. Yeah, Serral having Banes just zones out the Zerglings as well, so that's so much of what, Elazer's committed into. To not really be able to utilize those kind of sucks. And you can just see Elazer is not getting anywhere with his attack. Serral did cancel +1 missiles as well, recognizing that this was on its way, so he did not invest into that upgrade. More money to spend on more roaches, and more roaches keep on joining this fight. As Spinecrawler is still not actually doing much though. The Baneling gets in for one more connection. Can Elazer somehow do this towards the end? Doesn't really seem like it, so just keeps pumping roaches, gets his own upgrade back started again.
Kind of like that spine over there. Like it didn't really do that much until the very end of that fight, but it also isn't really going to go down here.
I think he even has the lair behind this. He's starting roach speed.
It did make the lair.
He just needs to hold, right? Like, if he doesn't die here, Serral has got this game in the bag, and Harstem is in the playoffs, guys. That's exciting. You know what happened last time Harstem got in the playoffs at HomeStory Cup?
He won.
I'm pretty sure he's been in the playoffs since then. You don't think he's been in the playoffs since 2016, Loco? Wow.
Oh, you were going to bring it up as a 6 statistic, so I figured, you know what? I'll try and sound smart.
I actually had no idea I was going to turn it on.
Oh, okay. All right. You're just setting me up for failure already? I can't believe this.
Yeah,
I was ready to make you sound smart, and then this happens.
Lings get in. There's a Spinecrawler. This burrowed Spinecrawler dies. I mean, the Lings don't look like they're doing too much, and these Ravagers now have not much in front of them, so if you can get on top of those as Serral, that would be great. He's not quite done this yet. Still has to try and hold on. He's got another spine trying to build in the natural as Miko tries to go through there. Serral obviously comes back. He's going to pull the drones. He can afford to lose some in this defense as a few more roaches move out, and we will chase, and Serral is going to push that Roach Ravager away for the moment. He's still chasing, and he's actually going to really hunt down those Ravagers. A few more Lings going down. I definitely think he's got the roaches now. Yeah, Roach Speed's going to be great for him because then he can micro so much more and take fights way better.
Yeah, once this roach speed is done, I think it's just completely over.
Yeah, I mean, army supply is just massively in Serral's favor now too.
Yep.
As obviously now you can see Elazer's droning, starting an upgrade, starting a lair, but yeah, at this point, like, Serral could get aggressive if he wants to, so.
Yeah, I think he's going to. He's just making non-stop army still. He has been making non-stop army for a while. He did lose 2 workers, I guess? Maybe 3, but nothing all too crazy.
He also lost a bunch of overlords to the Ravagers.
Yeah.
He's got road speed, so Elazer can't retreat. If you retreat, you're giving up these Ravagers. So trying to run away is kind of a horrible choice right now, but then what other choice do you have to fight? Well, that's not exactly great either. Like, this is a lose-lose situation. Elazer's just going to take the loss of the Ravagers, and he's going to try and drag this army so that it's not close to his base, basically.
These are roaches with speed. Maybe the Link counterattack and get something done, but Serral's still making a lot of roaches on the back of this. They're not in a wall-off, but I guess they don't need to be.
I don't think.
No.
I mean, even if Elazer runs in and kills some drones, like the army of Serral going across the map,
He's going across, yeah.
Yeah, I think Serral's doing everything right. He's now got a 40 army supply lead, and Serral looking for the 2-0. Would be undefeated in this group, and again, that would send Hearthstone through into the playoffs. Unless I really read the tiebreakers wrong, which would suck, but I'm pretty sure I didn't.
This is why I never make these calls, Marty. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need to get a lot of value now with this particular attack. It is difficult to push up the ramp on this particular map, but well, there's plenty of stuff. Just brute forcing straight up there, trying to see if he can potentially, yeah, no. Elazer's trying to hold with Biles, but he just doesn't have the numbers.
It's impossible.
Yep.
Numbers do not add up. 100 bigger than 31. GG, Serral 2-0. First place in the group. How about that?
Yeah. Shocking result.
Yeah, he really wanted Hearthstone in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not losing.